following is intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Get out your name.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the crazy soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Wrong.
You weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday. Timmy, we made it through another week, my friend.
Oh, week 2, man. It's good to see you. We've got our Memorial Day 3-day weekend ahead. Oh, boy.
What are we doing on Monday?
Monday, we are not going to have local programming.
What are we running? Do we know?
We're going to have some
Games?
ESPN radio.
And you know what that is? That's ratings poison.
Gold. Oh, yeah. Well, I was saying mine sarcastically. So we're going to have the Reds, coverage of the Cincinnati Reds. They pick up play at 3:40.
Radio.
They are. And then NBA coverage on Monday night, Western Conference Finals.
How you doing, Ted?
Doing good, Mike.
Hey, Teddy.
Yeah.
The same one of them.
It's
Come
like
on,
30
come
seconds.
on. What do we didn't even get any words
You know
out
what? I
yet.
can't. I got a hot take for today. Ready for my hot take?
Can't wait for it.
My hot take is give the Florida Panthers the Stanley Cup. Cancel the rest of the playoffs. We're done. I need to see any more. I watched that game last night. It was men and boys.
That's it. You're declaring
That's
it over.
it.
It's done.
I don't care what
Panthers
happens with the Oilers and the Stars. Game 2 tonight out west. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No comeback for the Carolina
Done.
Hurricanes.
Finished.
Stick a fork in them.
You disagree with me?
No, I don't disagree
I
on
know
that
you're
one.
a Raleigh boy, but come on.
Look, I don't know if I'm handing them the Stanley Cup
It's over.
just yet.
Hand it to him.
Because of Dallas or Edmonton, I still think we could see a good Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah, it feels like this one is trending towards
I got
over.
another one. You ready?
I also think Carolina's got some life in them, too.
Now, hockey, I watch and know something about. But that's not going to stop me from a hot take with the NBA. Tonight, Halliburton,
Yeah?
35 points.
You're just making stuff
No,
up.
listen to me. Looky here. Pacers get game 2 in the Garden. Spike Lee falls down, hits his face on the curb.
Break his nose or anything?
Hot take.
Yeah.
I just scratched up bad.
Did you see Larry David and who's the woman who plays Susie in Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Oh, I forget her
Susie
name.
Essman? I might
I
be
think
Susie.
you're right. Yeah.
They were sitting next to each other, and Larry he is, and people that haven't seen the show Curb Your Enthusiasm, his second wind after Seinfeld, he's not really acting all that much. It's more of just an improv show. That's who he is. So the mannerisms and what he was doing when the Halliburton shot went in.
You're explaining one of the most popular comedies of the last 50 years to people. You're hearing this show. It's Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's only been on for 12 freaking years or whatever it is, you moron.
It's been on for longer than that. I think it's been on since 2000.
Whatever.
2001. It's like 25 years. Is that a longer run than Seinfeld?
Anyway, there was this show called Friends. It was about 6 people.
They live in New York.
And
They go to this coffee shop.
They went to the coffee shop.
They go to the coffee shop a lot. They say hi to Gunther.
Dead.
Yep, just died. Probably 10 years ago.
I was going to say, I don't know if he just died.
10 years ago.
Go to jail is today. I want to make that the entire show. I was talking to the listeners on the Basement Show last week, and they said, are you going to do more interaction with the listeners? And I said, yes, I want to do that. So I want to do that today. Go to jail is a very simple concept. You lay out a grievance for us, a certain situation, a certain person, whatever. Tell us the story, and then at the end of it, you send them to jail. You can sentence them for as long as you want. Maybe it's the long ride. I have no idea, but I'll tell you who I'm sending to jail today.
You doing this now?
I'm doing mine now.
Okay,
you don't have to do yours now. Yours is 346.
I got to save some for this actual segment.
But all day long, we'll do a little go to jail. I want you to tweet us at Man and Timmy 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093.
It also doesn't have to be a person. It could be an animal. It could be a thing. It could be a place,
that's exactly
a city.
right.
You can send anything or anyone to jail.
I'm going to send my local Chipotle to jail.
Oh, you love Chipotle.
Looky here. For the second time this week, I walk in there. They look at me and say, "Oh, it's going to be about 10 minutes until our system's up, so we can only take cash." And I don't carry cash. I'm not a drug dealer.
So,
all right. So that's twice this. I walked out, went right to Mickey D's. That's twice this week.
not only are the systems down, but you're saying the service is not like all that great. When
You lost
they
my
explain
$26
themselves.
this week. When you combine my two meals, about $26. And I'm not the only one, I'm sure, that walked out and didn't go back. What am I going to do? Stand there for 10 minutes touching myself like
an
some idiot?
Like a loser?
No. That you lost my money. And I tried to eat healthy. I told my wife, because she yells at me when I come home and I tell her I had McDonald's. I said, listen, lady, I walked in. I tried. Why didn't you stand there? Because it's awkward. I don't want to stand there.
You need to have your bowl. Mikey needs his bowl.
First of all, here's what they should do.
What time do they open again?
These
what time's
people,
Chipotle
10:45.
10:45.
10:45. If you're not ready to open, if you're not ready to open,
then don't.
Don't open.
Why are they opening a quarter till? I have never heard of any business opening at a quarter past the hour or a quarter till the hour. And if they're not ready, maybe they should explore opening at 11 o'clock.
This is like, why? So they won't be ready till 11:15?
If that's the case, then we got a real issue.
This is like TBS programming back in the day where everything started 5 after the hour.
That's right. Yeah. Or it's like,
hey, what time's this show on? 7:05.
Tonight show starts at 11:35 and not 11:30
exactly right.
because of local news. They give them that extra 5 minutes.
You know who's got it down pat?
Who?
Culver's.
Or what? Culver's.
Culver's is open at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow. Are they really?
They don't do breakfast. That's just lunchy time. You come on in, lunchy time, 10 o'clock.
10 a.m.
They're not
to get
sending
you a
you away.
double bacon butterburger deluxe.
They don't. Those clean young people don't look at you and say, I'm sorry, I didn't turn the register on yet. First of all, why does it take you 10 minutes to connect? What are you using, AOL discs from back in the day? You got to connect dial-up? Make my burrito. Let's go.
You know what I'll say about Culver's? They might have better service than even Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A gets lauded nationwide
I agree
for
with
having
you.
And again, they are nice. I know you think they're more of like the children of the corn people, though, over there, and they're brainwashed. They have to do the my pleasure thing like clockwork.
I think they're scared.
I don't think
they carry around those pads, right? It's like, corporate's watching me. My pleasure. My pleasure.
You see those little boxes they give the drive-through attendants at Chick-fil-A now?
When it's
God,
cold
if you're
outside,
claustrophobic.
they're in the box. And then if they don't say my
Tiny
pleasure
little
every 10
box.
seconds, poison gas comes in that box.
I was waiting for something like that. They're taken out back and face the firing squad. Something bad happens. You say my pleasure. You say my pleasure.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please.
You know what I said? Thank you so much, sir, for your business. No, that's not good enough. Culver's, they're just good, clean boys and good, clean girls. They're friendly. They smile. They're polite. They make you feel welcome. The service is good. It never takes more than, 5-10 minutes to get a delicious burger. And the price is way cheaper than a place like Five Guys.
And they don't
where it
pay me
costs you
anything.
$25 a meal.
So don't be like, oh,
No,
what are you
me
doing?
neither.
Getting free stuff? I get nothing free from them.
Have we ever had them advertise here? I don't know.
They
don't know.
do they do
Like
commercials,
national
but they
campaigns,
don't
maybe?
do like local endorsers.
I know
they should.
J.J. Watt had himself a tailored meal. Did you ever see that one?
No.
I was there, last year, and his face was up there on the menu board when I went through the drive-through.
Well, he's
And
a Wisconsin guy.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's a perfect guy to have, like plugging Culver's.
All right, here's
burgers.
what else I want to do today. By the way, we got the drink card out. It's
Friday
Memorial
mode.
Day weekend.
I got the velour
What are you
tracksuit
doing?
on today.
So, Memorial Day for a lot of people is the official kickoff of summer. A lot of cookouts.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of barbecues, cookouts, family gatherings, whatever you want to call it.
It's a great weekend.
Instead of just sitting here and talking about what we would have at our, number one cookout, I thought maybe we would draft. Like, we're not all just going to sit, hey, hot dogs, and then that's it. No, one of us can pick hot dogs.
And then it's gone.
But then
it's off the board.
The board. So here's what I was thinking. 3 food items, 1 dessert, and 1 beverage.
I like it.
You cannot deviate from that. We have a little
like it.
draft. And, because I'm a nice guy, I'll pick last.
What would the Shador Sanders of Cookout items be here? Which one we think is going to be way up there, but could have the slide?
I'll tell you, I think I'm going to go off the reservation a touch. I think I'm going to surprise you.
Oh.
Yeah. Because
Well,
I was talking to Matty Ice out there.
Make sure you're not too off the reservation. It's got to be a Cookout item or
I
it
understand.
will be criticized.
Well, you can criticize all you want.
Guys, you got to pick some items there. Got to look at my big board right here.
Oh, is this
Hot dogs,
Cookout Mel Kiper's
hot
here?
dogs, bratwurst, could be number 1 overall pick. Could be for a slide. Don't know. Have to wait and find out later in the show.
Matty Ice said all day, every day, charred hot dogs. Look, you invite me over to your Cookout, you give me a charred dog, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, they are good.
But that's not my item. We're going to draft our ultimate Cookout. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch out for an accident that's on westbound 270's off-ramp to northbound 71 on the North Outer Belt. We also have some delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on southbound Cleveland Avenue at 270 on the North Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Are your windows sticking? Is your drywall cracking? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the foundation repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Matty Ice here. When I need a new Chevy, I head to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Right now, get up to $11,000 off MSRP on a 25 Silverado 1500. They've got no market adjustments, no hidden costs, and sales managers are on the floor ready to help. That's been the McDaniel difference since 1916. They're just a short drive north off Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. McDaniel GM Superstore, where great deals meet a century of trust. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hiring today for tomorrow with WM. A stable career and a safe environment. That's what you get as a heavy-duty mechanic at WM. Plus great benefits like 100% tuition coverage for you and your family. WM is now hiring heavy-duty mechanics in Columbus. Get boot and tool allowance and additional pay with a Cummins certification or CDL license. There are openings for CDL truck drivers too with home daily routes. Apply online at careers.wm.com. That's careers.wm.com. A people-first, military-friendly, equal opportunity employer.
Going up.
Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40. Period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Limit 10. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. Sundays at 11, it's The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're welcome.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, summer is our season, and we're kicking it off with a free 12-ounce Sunrise Sunset Smoothie for National Flip-Flop Day on May 28th from 2 to 7 p.m. Terms and conditions apply.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens of your latest forecast. We're looking at a mostly clear sky as we head throughout the day today, but an isolated shower that could pop up this afternoon. The 60s later today. Temperatures will be back in the 40s tonight and make our way to the upper 60s of sunshine for your Saturday. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
One has pizza sauce for blood. The other is Rachel Maddow. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
You have heard us tell you about our friends at Tri-State Men's Health before. They're experts at treating things like ED. They're also experts at treating low testosterone. Now, what is that? Well, having low T, it can cause a host of problems. Includes a low sex drive, the libido. Oh, no. Bad sleep patterns, unproductive workouts. When you hit that bench and you lift up that bar, you want to see the results, right? Low energy and a lot more, too. And, you know, when you're entering those late 20s, early 30s, you start losing 2 to 3% of that testosterone production every year. It happens gradually, and then before you know it, boom, you don't feel like the same guy.
I had negative testosterone when I got tested.
We both did.
Right. They said we'd never seen anything like this.
And then we had an ACE shot, and then we were into the 7 millions. We were vibrant on our way out the door.
Almost too vibrant.
Almost too much so. So here's what you do. You go to tristatemenshealth.com. You take the low T quiz, simple 10 questions. There's 2 wonderful locations right here in Central Ohio, so they're very convenient. And that initial visit gets the consult, the T and PSA test, and it's free. It's a limited time offer, so schedule today. tristatemenshealth.com.
We are drafting our ultimate cookout. Now, earlier today, we did draw straws. I'm going to pick last. Teddy gets the first pick, and then it's Timmy, and then it's me. We have 3 food items to draft, 1 dessert, and 1 beverage. Here's my question, though, before we get started. Like, if you decide your beverage is going to be pop, do you then claim all varieties of pop?
I would like that to be specific. What about you, Teddy? I think we can pick our favorite soda.
Like a pop or a root beer or something like that. Yeah, you can say, oh, I want Coke Zero. And if you don't have it, why not?
So are we saying the same for beer then as well?
See, I think that could get tricky.
This could get tricky.
There's only one beer.
I think we just say pop or beer.
I agree with you.
There is one beer, and
let's
it's
go back.
Ice cold Coors Light. Look at you.
Yeah.
Teddy, look at you.
I was already ready to do it.
All right, Teddy, you go first. You're on the clock.
I have another question, actually.
Oh, Jesus.
So we said do we have to do food items first and then desserts?
No,
or
no.
We just,
Whatever you want to take with the
have
first
to end
pick.
with 3 foods, a beverage, and a dessert.
Obviously, you want to go with what you think is going to be a popular response.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know
get it off the board.
Yeah, if we had to, we were going through food items first, and then we were going desserts.
Do whatever you want.
Okay. Well, I'm getting the first pick. I'm taking hamburgers.
With the second pick, I am going to make sure that I secure the best side dish of all time.
You're going
Cookout or otherwise.
side off the board first.
I'm taking macaroni and cheese.
I want to explain my philosophy to a cookout because it may differ from your version of a perfect cookout. See, for me, I think people get too stressed out with the cookout. It should be really no effort at all. So there's not going to be actually any cooking live at my cookout. I'm not standing at the grill. I'm not a short order cook. I'm going to have food that's already prepared for me and can just be laid out, and it's easy to eat.
Laid out, huh?
Just like your mother
laid out your clothes when you were a kid. Your clothes.
So with the first pick, my first pick in the 2025 Memorial Day Cookout Draft, Common Man selects fried chicken. You get a big catering tray of fried chicken.
Yeah, because you're not frying it right there on the spot.
I'm not frying it. No, you pick it up, and then you lay it out, and people eat with their hands. It's an easy thing to do standing up. Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Teddy?
All right.
Second round.
I am up now here, the second round. The first pick, I'm taking corn on the cob.
So you got hamburgers?
Actually, it was a wrong pick, but there we go.
What do you mean it's a wrong pick?
Sounds like a nice pick.
No, I was debating between.
You went down your board a little bit?
Teddy's got hamburgers, got corn on the cob. I didn't have any of those on my board, so I'm all right with both those picks. Timmy, you're up.
This is turning into what I believe is an all-time great plate because I got the mac and cheese. I pile on that pulled pork, and I've got that pulled pork, mac and cheese, barbecue sauce drizzle. That is one of the best combos in existence.
And you know what?
On that plate, it's just,
that's also
covering up that plate.
A nice item prepared in advance.
You're smoking it for 12 hours the day before.
You shred it, you put it out.
Oh, it's delicious.
Or you get it catered in.
You could crock pot that thing, so it's not too difficult. It's not too hands-on, time-consuming. So pulled pork is my number 2 pick.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do we have to take all guests into account? Like children. If we say beer for the beverage, does that mean kids get nothing? Or are kids allowed to drink water?
This is yours. This is your ultimate cookout spread. You, the common man.
Okay.
You're old enough to drink. It doesn't. Timmy can have a water if he needs to.
Then with my second pick, I'm going to be very specific here. Coors Light cans in a cooler with ice that is half frozen water and half ice, where they're submerged. I don't want anything sitting on top of ice. I want to be able to stick my hand down in the cold abyss and pull out an ice-cold can of Coors Light. That's my beverage.
All right, so beer is gone.
Beer is gone, but I was very specific about how I want my beer.
All right, so
it's not your pick. It's Teddy's pick.
Yeah, it's Teddy's pick.
All right, I'm going to take a dessert here.
Jumped the gun there.
I am going with some banana pudding.
I hate bananas.
I know you do. Banana pudding.
You can have it. You
Cold?
can take it.
Yeah. Haven't you ever been like City Barbecue and had pork and
Yeah, but some people serve it room temperature. That's why I'm asking. You want it cold or you want it room temperature?
whatever?
I don't mean whatever.
Cold. It doesn't matter to me.
Chilled,
it's
I
mine.
think.
Okay, yeah, chilled. Okay. Whoopee. It's banana pudding, all right? I don't want to
care about the temperature of your...
No,
well, you just said it can be chilled or room temperature. To me, there's not much difference to that.
All right.
One's cold and one's hot.
It's not hot.
It's not
you didn't say hot.
It's
you
room
said
temperature, but it's going to warm up because it's probably 85, 90 degrees.
And I'm going to eat it right away. But yeah, chilled. Okay, chilled banana pudding.
All right.
Vanilla wafers on top?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
Number 3 for me, because they are there right now, and I think I'm getting good value, I would be thinking about another side dish, but we're going to go with...
You're going side again?
No. I'm saying because this item is still here. All right, you know what? Brisket. Going with smoked brisket.
Oh, you're getting 2 meats?
Yeah, 2 meats.
2 meats.
When you can have a little bit of that brisket mixed in with the pork and mac and cheese, blending all that together, I'm happy with that.
I don't know where I'm going to go here. All my selections are still available, but I don't know what to choose first. All right, with my third selection in the 2025 Memorial Day Cookout Draft, I am going with good old-fashioned, cold, mayo mustard-based potato salad.
Okay. All right.
With some little hard-boiled eggs put in there.
A delicious potato salad.
So I got fried chicken.
What, you want that room temperature or hot?
Chilled? How you want that?
You want to have that chilled? You want it cold?
Chilled.
I put that in the fridge for 4 or 5 hours. Get it ready.
Fried chicken. I've got beer. And I got potato salad. It's all prepared in advance. It's all spread out, ready for you. Teddy's over at the grill cooking burgers, sweating bullets.
That's right. That's what I like.
All right, Teddy, go ahead.
All right. I need a drink, so I'm going to take one of Tyvis's favorites, lemonade.
You know, I thought hard about lemonade, Teddy.
Yeah.
Thought hard about it.
I like it.
Ultimately decided
cold.
on the beer.
I like it cold.
Yeah, good call. How about some mulled wine? Can we get that? Yeah. Just boiling wine with some cinnamon sticks in it? That's
boiling hot. Oh, man.
All right, Timmy.
I'd like to get my iced tea when it's hot, when it's being steeped. That's when I want to drink it. Just burn my lips right off.
Put your face right on the Keurig.
So, with my fourth pick in the 2025 Memorial Day Cookout Draft, I will select, and don't you say it, don't you try to criticize or say it's too close. Arnold Palmer. An Arnold Palmer. It's lemonade
I'll allow it.
and sweet tea.
I actually knew you were going to go
and
there.
I like it hot.
I knew you do not. I actually knew you were going to go there. So it's not a surprise to me. All right, one more pick from me, and then we take a break. We'll come back, do some more. So what do I have? Fried chicken. I have potato salad. I have beer. I'm going to go with savory option number 3. And I'm taking biscuits.
A little biscuit.
Biscuits.
A buttery, flaky biscuit.
So I've got my fried chicken, my biscuit, my potato salad, and a beer so far.
My God. All right. Sounds like we're going to Popeyes here for your cookout.
I wish Popeyes had the cold potato salad.
Just call them up.
Well, they're going to cater.
Right
they're catering the chicken in, baby.
They are. They're doing the whole deal.
Can I get a mild piece of chicken? No, get out of my cookout.
It's great.
Get out.
It sounds fantastic.
All right,
to
more
me.
cookout fun 2 minutes from now. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's on westbound 270's off-ramp to northbound 71 on the North Outer Belt. It's causing stop-and-go traffic from Westerville. And we've got a slowdown on eastbound 670 between Cleveland Avenue and 71. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. A slice of paradise on Lake Erie. For any getaway or retreat, Put-in-Bay awaits with dining, Crystal Cave, Heinemann Winery, and Perry's Memorial. Start planning at visitputinbay.com. Put-in-Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It's Military Appreciation Month at Coughlin Chevrolet. Get double the GM military discount. Lease a new 25 Chevy Trax, $139 a month or $119 for military. New Silverado, just $349 a month or $309 for military. Now at Coughlin Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Military discount for active reserve and retired military personnel and their spouse. 39-month lease with $39.99 due at signing for Trax. 36-month lease with $49.99 due for Silverado plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details and 6-25.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Ohio State's experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Band.
If the authorities looked at their Instagram accounts, they'd be arrested immediately.
Daddy, what are you doing?
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Fish just came in here and yelled at me because apparently you have to be cooking at the cookout. I think that's BS.
He hates your idea
It's an
for this
outdoor
cookout.
gathering. I'm making it as simple as possible. God forbid people enjoy their cookout by having food that's already prepared and is easy to eat.
Well,
fried chicken.
I would say that the host, it's up to the host if they enjoy cooking out, if they enjoy hitting up the smoker.
I don't want to be someone's short order cook.
But if you go to someone's place, you don't have to do anything. You just let them do the cooking, and then you're fine.
Let me ask you a question, seriously. Have you ever had something good somebody else made for you on the grill outside? No.
You never have?
They hand me some overcooked piece of crap.
Who's cooking for you?
With buns I'd never buy that are just flies are picking at them. Get out of here.
Like when we do our little cookouts here at the station.
Oh, that's the worst. We've got these
burgers
air
and
quotes
dogs.
Morale builders where they cook us burgers and dogs. Teddy, you were with me that one time I got the burger.
I had a great burger.
I know you did because they liked you. Yeah. Mine was ashen white. There's well done.
Yeah.
And then there's just put cancer on a bun.
I saw yours. Yeah. Yours also was dropped on the pavement. They put it back. They put it back onto the Blackstone and just kind of stamped it down a couple times.
For the gatherings when I was a kid, we always had fried chicken and stuff like that. It was just easy.
No, I'm not.
And
I don't hate the idea.
Why are we crapping on fried chicken?
And fried chicken's actually better than grilled chicken. Grilled chicken, I understand more people would think and have in mind that that's a cookout because you've got the grill.
That's
You're manning the grill.
Then you got to sit there and worry about the temperature of the chicken. You're constantly probing.
I've got a good method for doing chicken thighs on the Weber grill. You'd like it. I put it a nice dry rub all over that, cook it for about 45, 50 minutes on a nice solid temperature, cooks all the way through. And when you're cooking those thighs, that's the way to do it.
What are you doing? You going bone in?
Bone in. Bone in, skin on, the right kind of thigh. Maybe some legs on there too, but mainly the thigh. You'd like them.
All right, where are we?
All right, let's recap what we got here. So, Teddy, you picked first. You got your 4 picks so far?
Yeah, I took burgers, corn on the cob, banana pudding, and lemonade.
And what we got, folks, is we have 3 food items.
Sucks.
3 food items, 1 beverage, and 1 dessert. Teddy says that his team sucks so far. Common Man has fried chicken. Coors Light with the second pick, beer, potato salad with his third pick, and he just finished off with biscuits.
I'm not finished. I got dessert.
No, I know. I'm saying
I'm up next.
That's where we paused.
Yeah.
None of us are finished. Yes. And
we all have one more.
I have mac and cheese with my first pick, second overall. Pulled pork with my second pick. Brisket with my third pick. It's just a barbecue right here. And then Arnold Palmer's. Sipping on Arnold Palmer's.
Let me ask you a question. How are you going to keep that mac hot?
The sun.
The sun's going to keep it gooey?
I don't know.
Are we talking about a creamy mac and cheese or a mac and cheese that went in the oven that's got the baked top?
Yeah.
Stove top?
Yeah, no, a baked mac and cheese.
All right.
A very good, like a cavatappi.
So it's more
really
good, more like a
cheese
casserole, I guess.
I mean, you can call a baked mac and cheese a casserole, I guess. They kind of blends there.
Just curious.
Yeah, that's what we got. Right. It can lose a little bit of its heat and still be good. If you put that piping hot brisket and pulled pork in it,
bacon pieces in there or straight mac and cheese?
Croutons. Put some croutons on the top of the bake and they crisp up really well. It's a good little
I've never had croutons on mac and cheese.
It's a good substitute for those that like to do like edges of bread, like bread crust on the top of the mac and cheese. It's solid.
All right, Teddy, go ahead.
All right. I wasn't planning on doing this, but since they're just sitting there smacking me right in the face, I'm going to take the hot dogs then. Going with another meat item.
Okay.
And Teddy, I don't don't know why you're crapping on your Cookout. It's a good American barbecue. You got your hamburgers,
burgers
you
and
got
dogs.
your hot dogs, and
I would have changed my dessert because I love the banana pudding. But if it's for other people, and there's another item on there that I think more people would like, and I wish I would have switched to that.
well,
one.
you can't. You can't trade the pick.
I can't. I know.
I love how this has fallen for me. I really gotta say, didn't know the draft was going to open up for me this way. Number 5, my 5th and final pick in the 2025 Memorial Day Cookout Draft. I have got good old-fashioned chocolate chip cookies. Common man's recipe.
You're
taking your recipe.
You're taking my
I'm
cookies.
taking your cookies to my cookout.
So let's recap your entire meal now. You got brisket. You got pork.
Mac and cheese.
Arnold
Palmer's to sip on.
Okay.
Common man's chocolate chip cookies.
Okay. It's a good selection of food.
I just don't have
for the
anything
drink, which I
cold
think
with the dessert.
Tastes like piss water, but that's fine. It's just not my deal.
It's outrageous.
I hate iced tea.
That's good. That's good because I'm blending it with lemonade.
Well, great. Make my lemonade taste worse. Thanks, Timmy.
I'm making that tea taste better.
All right. With the last pick in my food draft, I want something to eat with my hands. You took cookies. I respect that.
You were going to take cookies?
It was in the running.
Yeah.
It was on the board. I'm going with not just regular brownies. I want frosted brownies.
I was thinking about brownies as well.
Frosted brownies. So I have fried chicken. Yeah. I've got potato salad. I got biscuits. I got beer. And I got frosted brownies. Also, I know it's not on here, but at my Cookout, lots of adult entertainment.
What? Indoors or just out in the backyard?
Just all around.
For the neighbors to see.
All around. Balloon animals.
The kids.
All of it.
Like playing poker, adult entertainment.
No.
Poker?
Yeah, it's an adult entertainment because kids can't play poker. I mean, like, at a casino games.
I thought you were talking about another.
There's going to be some liquor and poker, Teddy.
In the front or the back?
Teddy, you look like a guy who used to wear those Big Johnson shirts.
No, I do not.
He kind of looks like Big Johnson back in the day. All right, so here's what I was thinking. Like when we got all our picks out, these are some of the top ones that were left sitting there. We had no grilled chicken, had no thighs or legs. We had no baked beans. That's a popular one.
I know. I was thinking about baked beans.
I was thinking about that. Pasta salad, I think, is a delicious one. You pre-prepare that. It's chilled.
Yes.
Delicious.
I went with the potato salad.
Right, yeah. So clearly you like that more than a pasta salad, but it sounds like it's close. Nothing against a pasta salad.
Nothing against a pasta salad.
I was thinking for a very American dessert, bomb pops. Popsicles. Good old-fashioned bomb pop popsicles. The red, white, and blue. We got the cherry, the lemonade, the blue raspberry.
Can I tell you something about popsicles?
Overrated. Kid food.
If you're not 6, I don't need a popsicle ever again. I never need to have a popsicle for the rest of my life.
You got a little sore throat, a little scratchy throat. Mikey won't have popsicle?
No.
What's wrong with that? Keep them in the freezer. Samantha might want one. No popsicles in this house.
I have popsicles in the house because I have a child.
Dad won't enjoy
and you know what
a
she normally
popsicle
says to
with
me?
Samantha.
When I say, would you like a popsicle? She goes, I'd rather have some of that ice cream that's in there. I said, yes, of course you would.
Well, I have both. Would
you like an ice cream sandwich or a popsicle? Anyone that says popsicle is a raving lunatic.
God, why? So everyone in the world, the fact that we have popsicles in existence, it's all just crazy?
Yes.
They shouldn't be? They shouldn't be there?
Are you of all people arguing with me that the majority of humanity is crazy?
That is true. We do know that is true. But I love to have a box of popsicles stashed in the freezer.
Teddy, I got ice cream over here. Okay?
Yeah.
I also have popsicles. You can choose whatever you like.
How about an orange popsicle?
You want an orange?
Orange. Yeah. Could you go with my orange cinnamon rolls?
Your dirty mouth. You ever have a dreamsicle, Ted? It's one of the best things on planet Earth.
Do you want to know why?
Give me orange and cream.
Because that's the closest thing to ice cream.
It's delicious, but it's a popsicle.
Give me a drumstick any day.
Oh, drumstick.
Yeah.
Love a good drumstick.
That's good.
We didn't do coleslaw either. Coleslaw did not have an appearance.
I was
on
thinking
any
about
of our
it.
rosters.
I scouted coleslaw.
Yeah.
I didn't like their pre-draft interview.
No, it wasn't good. They didn't answer the questions the right way. They didn't sound like they knew what they talked about. So I was thinking Klondike bars might have been a good one too. If you don't like popsicles, where are you with a Klondike bar? What would you do?
That's good. Klondike bars?
For the Klondike bar.
I like a good Klondike.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite type of a Klondike? Just the classic or with a crunch? They have that crunch
I like
coating.
the cookie dough.
Oreo cookie dough?
No, just cookie dough Klondike.
Just I thought they have a cookies and cream. I didn't know they were doing
There's a cookie dough. But it used to be.
Heath is one, and mint chocolate chip is one as well.
Reese's.
They got a lot of flavors, those Klondike suckers,
crunch.
don't they?
Mike likes the crunch.
Like, I was genuinely amazed by this. They got a lot. Hey, they got a lot of flavors. I don't know how they make all those flavors. They got a lot of machines of putting that stuff in there. You're like a Progressive commercial.
Yes, he is.
I don't know how they get all those flavors.
We're here to observe. It's what we're here to do.
Go to jail is coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to find traffic is stop and go on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 east and west split. And there's a couple-minute delay on southbound 71 from Big Walnut Road to 270 on the North Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. If you're ready for a new job, let Express Employment Professionals help you. Express is already hiring for summer jobs in a variety of industries. Job seekers never pay a fee at Express. Go to ExpressPros.com to find your location. That's ExpressPros.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Here's a fresh deal on produce. 18-ounce containers of blueberries and 2-pound containers of strawberries are only $2.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere.
It's in my eyes!
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like early pay. Moving up payday so you could get your money faster. Up to 2 days faster. And there's no cost. It's your money, right? So stop playing the waiting game. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney. Direct deposit and eligibility requirements apply.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall for Central Ohio's most trusted and experienced group of orthopedic experts, Orthopedic One. They helped me with my hip pain, and I trust they can help you as well, because Orthopedic One is where you go to get better. Find a physician or location at www.orthopedic1.com.
Deal-in days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HRV, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See Lindsay Honda during Deal-in days. See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com. or stop in today at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway in Grove City.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through May 31st, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down per $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution Specialists.
They refer to each other as stupid, so they must get along.
We fight a lot, but at the end of the day, it's okay, because we really do hate each other.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Universal Windows Direct. A lot of window companies out there. Lots. A lot of them advertise here on The Fan. So why should you choose Universal Windows Direct? First of all, they pay me. So they're smart. Second of all, they back everything up with a true lifetime warranty for as long as you own the home and a 20-year warranty to the next homeowner. You could be dead. Right? Maybe your wife is remarried.
Gone.
And she's getting pressed up against those new windows by her new husband. They're still under warranty.
And they're sturdy. Sturdy windows.
Sturdy. Just
that
like
glass,
her new husband, Scott.
Oh, very sturdy.
A swimmer. He's got a swimmer's body. Call him today. 614-502-5220. Check him out online. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows. All right.
Somebody in the chat. We love you guys participating while you watch us on YouTube.
YouTube
you will
chat.
Also,
Go find us.
Also, if you're in that YouTube chat, you'll see Common Man has a gigantic amulet on his chest. He's got a roaring lion.
Oh, but he unleashed the lion.
Thank you, Jeremy. And he hit me with a surprise left.
Jaw left hurting.
Drop wide open.
Just like the day.
Like the day I heard.
Teddy, this is going to be every day of your life from now on.
Hopefully it's a different song and not just the same one over and over.
Well, we have some variety. Yesterday was a lot of Whip It.
Yeah.
You know?
I love Jeremy, though. It's a great song.
Jeremy's a better song than Whip It. I mean, come on.
I mean,
that's top notch.
You're
rock
talking
right
to a
there.
world-class Pearl Jam fan here, so.
Oh, I meant to tell you.
What?
Neil Sika. We were talking about this last week.
Yeah.
You brought it up on the show.
I
Mid-show,
said,
is he going to this
If
Pearl
Sika's
Jam show?
not working soccer, I bet you he's in Pittsburgh for Pearl Jam.
He was there.
I'm sure he was.
He went.
Both nights?
I don't know about the second night, but he was there the night that was in question, which was a Friday, right? Last Friday?
He's a good man.
Yeah. He texted me after the show. He was on his way.
All right, go to jail.
He's the judge, jury, and executioner. Timmy Hall says, go to jail.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
Now, go to jail is going to be sort of an all-day thing. I got lots of go to jails on the burner phone. Get in touch with us, 614-787-3093. I will read those, but right now, all
right,
Timmy Hall has the floor.
Looky here. I've at least got 3, and if there's time for more, we'll get to them throughout the rest of the show, like you. I don't know who it was, but White Chrysler, all right? The White Chrysler that was cruising around Hilliard. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They got no business driving that White Chrysler. Guys, there's a thing that's going on right now that I think I could call it turn lane preparedness. We have none of it. Now, what I mean is, I'm kind of in the middle. Like, we're leaving work here, and it's pretty heavy traffic out there, 6:30, right? And I'm waiting on the long line to turn left on Renner on Hilliard Rome Road. And we're trying to go. We're trying to move. A lot of people trying to get home. Not trying to speed.
You want to
just
get as
like
many people through the light as humanly
possible. When the light
possible.
is green, we'd like to go.
Yes.
And so we're about 7 cars in, and this white Chrysler is just sitting there. I mean, sitting there. Everybody has moved. Everyone in front of them has moved. There's like 50 yards of space in the turn lane to get on your horse, gallop, and go. Step on the gas. And they don't go. I'm like 3 cars back. I can see this, though. Kind of up on a little hill. We're kind of moving down. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, 4. It's 6 seconds before they start moving. So that's jail. Go to jail.
How many cars didn't get through because of them?
And the red Camry that's behind the white Chrysler, jail as well. You are morally obligated to give a friendly
you can't give it from 3 cars back. It doesn't have as much weight.
They're not going to turn around and shoot you because you just do a bup. That's all it is. You're not being a jerk. You're just trying to be friendly.
A jerk.
Right. Now, there was a black Nissan. Once I made the left turn, somebody turned out in front of me from Wendy's, and this happened. I do not know what is wrong with this spot. We have a Ford dealership. That's right there where T-Bone got his cars. It's right there. There is a turn lane. There is a turn lane where you can enter into the middle. You know how you've got the middle lane where cars can make that left turn from both sides. People will turn left from the middle of the road. They will put their blinker on and they will stop.
They will not acknowledge
realizing
the
that
turn.
there is a turn lane. Move into the lane. Move your ass over. Follow the rules of traffic. No one understands how to do that. That black Nissan, jail.
15 years.
Jail
minimum.
For you. I'd also like to throw our friend Nicole Sheeran in jail.
Fine
She's
with me.
a good, clean girl. She's doing a good job on her segments, leather jacket time. But both weeks, all we have asked was for like a little harmless, playful fun. Give us a signal when you either go and do your 4 o'clock hit, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock. She had 3 hits, 3 different newscasts yesterday. She gave us nothing. And I texted her, and before she could even answer, because I asked her, I said, did you give us the signal? All the while knowing, because I was watching, because I try to watch live where I have them taped. She didn't do anything. We wanted her to call Yolanda a good, clean girl, possibly on like the banter back and forth. Nothing. Throw up a sign. So she's in jail. I'll give her 6 months, though.
6 months?
Good behavior. She's not going to have to serve that long of a sentence. Adam King is going to jail, and he's going to be here later on this afternoon because he gave you a ton of crap this week simply because you like to sit at home and listen to music on a real stereo system. Some of our younger guys out there, they cannot understand how people actually like to listen to music.
I like music.
For 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is.
It's what I want to do. Like, I go home, and all I want to do is sit in my chair and listen to music.
Adam expected you to be watching some crappy Netflix movie that you don't care about over listening to an old Pearl Jam album.
That's right.
So,
but then, you know what,
jail for Adam King.
He's never been in my basement before. He has not seen the music room. I took a little video, a little 360 view of my music room, and I sent it to him.
Did he get it?
You know what he said? I rescind what I said earlier.
Did he?
That looks like an awesome time. Sign me up.
Okay, well, thank you very much, counsel, for bringing this new information to the table. I have to...
So he admitted,
to rejudge now.
He admitted that he was wrong.
Okay, I count that as time served then.
Okay.
I count that as time served with good behavior for Adam King. Orioles got to go to jail too. You realize they're the 3rd worst team in baseball now? Almost as bad as the White Sox. You're 2nd worst. Orioles are 3rd worst. Only difference is Orioles were tied for 5th in World Series odds going into the 2025 season. Everyone knew they didn't pick up any pitching. They were still 5th in World Series odds. Now they suck.
All right. We are going to help you make some money this weekend. We got to pick your parlay. We each have our little parlays. We're going to sell them to you. And your go-to jails in the 4 o'clock hour. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Slower traffic is causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and 17th Avenue. And we also have a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
When you're on the go, every minute counts. Meijer Home Delivery and Pickup helps you make the most of every second. Get all your weekly shopping done online, quickly and easily, from wherever you are, whenever you want. Have your Meijer order delivered to your home by the service awarded #1 in grocery delivery. Or pick it up yourself while out and about, whatever works for your schedule. The good life is in reach with Meijer Home Delivery and Pickup. See Meijer.com for details.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks, and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Natalie Lorenz from Delaware. Natalie is a fire dispatcher who coordinates resources during major incidents and provides instructions to callers before the fire department arrives, going above and beyond the call of duty. Her professionalism, compassion, and strength make her an invaluable asset to her workplace and community. Natalie is a true unsung hero who deserves to be recognized.
Many drugs, like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills, are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
The standing room only, with all eyes on the 18th green.
That's a good-looking ball.
The sudden roars. That Sunday celebration.
Jack always made the putt at 18, and today Scotty Scheffler did.
Witness the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, May 26th through June 1st. It's second to none. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Wow, what a shot.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Master Grillers Unite.
The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated.
Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. In baseball, the Reds get back in action tonight. They're at home for a weekend series with the Chicago Cubs. Hunter Green returns from the IL, getting the start for the Redlegs. He'll square off with Matthew Boyd for the Cubs. First pitch is at 6:40 and can be found over on 1460 ESPN Columbus and then here on The Fan after the Buckeye Show. The Guardians are in Detroit in their second game of a 4-game set with the Tigers. Slade Ciccone gets the ball for Cleveland against Jackson Jobe for Detroit. They get started tonight at 7:10. Guardians pitcher Ben Lively will be sidelined with Tommy John surgery. He will be out 12 to 16 months. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals is tonight in the NBA playoffs with the Knicks looking to even the series up with the Pacers. Tip-off from Madison Square Garden is at 8 o'clock. This one's sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call his office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan.
The only show that can bring a dead queen back to life. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click! Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Maybe one day we'll change that image on the podcast. It's all brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Know what I had for dinner last night?
I think you did sandwiches for
sandwiches,
dinner.
But then I had some Cape Cod chips.
You're throwing it in my face now.
They're delicious.
Is that the only brand of chips that you'll have?
We are a Cape Cod family. We have Cape Cods in the house constantly.
I don't have to have the same kind of chip all the time. There are enough brands of chips out there.
First of all,
I will
you
dabble.
know I'm a big Dorito fan. I like the Sun Chips. I eat those frequently.
Right. You don't have Doritos and Sun Chips always in your house,
but
do you?
I can't because I'll just eat them all.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have no willpower when it comes to Doritos, but for some reason I can throw some potato chips in the pantry and not pig out on them, but I have them during meal times. There's always, if I'm doing a potato chip, it's a Cape Cod.
You love your Cape Cod.
I love it.
I know you love the black peppercorn and sea salt.
It's not black peppercorn. It's just black pepper sea salt.
Black
Delicious.
peppercorn would be a little bit better, wouldn't it? For someone as prestigious as Cape Cod chips, you'd think they could get a better kind of pepper.
Why do you assume Cape Cod chips are fancy?
They're fancy. They're Northeastern.
They're called Cape Cod?
Yes, of course. We're heading out to Martha's Vineyard, Cape Cod, the whole lot.
Yeah, I'm sure it's what Martha Stewart's eating out in her palace.
Sailing out to Nantucket.
She's dipping it in some Daisy French onion dip.
Listening to Downeaster Alexa on repeat all day. I have charted a course to the vineyard. But tonight I'm Nantucket bound.
I got some news about Billy Joel, by the way.
Yeah,
sad
Billy
news.
Joel news.
Billy Joel.
I was listening to him today.
Had to cancel all of his shows for the rest of the year. He was supposed to be in Cincinnati, I want to say, in September. He has a brain condition that is causing him to not walk properly, and he pisses himself, and he has dementia symptoms. Now, he's 76 years old. They say this particular condition that he has, I don't remember the name of it, is treatable, and they can actually reverse the dementia symptoms. I hope that's the case. But if not, look, the dude's 76.
Me too. He had a good run. I've
seen him live many times.
I saw him a couple times. I really am, because I didn't get to see him until I was a little bit older here, and I wanted to see him for maybe 20 years or so. And he just played the shoe, got to see that. But you know I've got a good story about the first time I saw Billy Joel. So this was a big Christmas gift for me. And it was funny because Sarah got me the tickets for Christmas, but the concert wound up being on her birthday.
Is this when she dislocated her kneecap?
And she blew the hell out of her knee. So we do the concert, and it's at Camden Yards, so it checks a lot of boxes for me. Billy Joel's doing the MLB stadium tour, and now it's morphed into a football stadium tour as well. He's trying to play all the baseball stadiums, all the football stadiums. And so we go to Camden. I hadn't even seen a baseball game there in many, many, many years. So the concert was great. The show was great. I had a lot of respect for what his set lists are now in his twilight years playing shows, where it is just a hit fest. I mean, guy's got hits for days, and he gives you the best of the best, 22, 23 of the best songs. Show was great, but the last thing that we did it was 10 o'clock at night on our last night in Baltimore, so this was one night after the show. We're in Federal Hill, which is the busiest kind of hop-in, like hip section of town in Baltimore.
Red light district?
Like a red light district.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just people everywhere.
Just debauchery.
Just all of it. People just saying stuff left and right. So we're looking for a burger bar, and we're just about to get there. We're starving. We had I don't even know if we were able to get dinner at that point, so we're trying to get something to eat. And the Lime scooter just takes a tiny little step off of the curb as we were pulling up to a complete stop. She steps off this thing, boom, left knee, gone. I mean, it was the sickest thing I've ever seen. Kneecap dislocated, torn ACL, torn MCL,
I just
torn
want
patellar tendon.
to point out that your wife got this for you as a gift.
Yes, she did.
Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to make it all about her because the concert fell on her birthday, and then she had to injure herself to make her the star of the show.
And then it was 6 months after that.
See, and then
I'm waiting on her,
honey.
hand and
That's
foot.
What a selfish person.
Well, I did when she was in the ambulance for about what seemed to be 4 hours right there. First of all, in Baltimore, you don't get an ambulance right away if you just hurt your knee.
A lot of people getting shot.
We're about an hour and a half wait of her just sitting there holding onto her leg. When she got in there, they got her like the good stuff, like the ketamine or whatever. Like she thought she was on Mars, all the drugs flowing through her. I just went and grabbed a slice, got a soft drink. They wouldn't let me in. They wouldn't let me in the ambulance. Like, just stay out here. I think I'll be. What is it going to be? About 2-3 hours. I'll see you right back.
All right, let's
here.
do some parlay action, please. Maybe I should actually
maybe
turn
play the thing the thing up.
Bless it.
Common Man and Timmy present Pick Your Parlay.
All right, here we go. This is why mine's the best. West Finals, Game 2, tonight in Dallas. Stars scored 3 power play goals in the third to take Game 1. Even though they were staring an L in the face, they recovered, and I think they're the better team. They're the more disciplined team. I think Dallas wins again tonight, but I'm not telling you to bet that. Instead, take the goal total. 6.5 is the over-under. I think we see goals tonight.
Goals galore.
Slightly better odds on the over. Take it.
Okay.
Also, second one. Usually betting on individual baseball games, risky proposition, but looky here. Tomorrow afternoon in Denver, Rockies and Yankees. Rockies could be the worst team ever, and the Yankees have Max Fried on the mound. He's 6-0 with a 129. He's the best pitcher in baseball right now. There is no way the Yankees lose to the Rockies with him on the mound. You will not get great odds on the money line, but take it. Finally, F1 race in Monaco. It's lovely to look at. It's tradition, but the racing is usually crap. Ferrari has sucked so far this season, but Charles Leclerc was fast in practice today, and he's the hometown Monaco boy. Take him for a podium spot, and if you're ballsy, to win outright.
Ooh, okay.
That is my parlay.
It's nice you got a Monaco boy that gets to
Monaco boy
race that race. That is as prestigious as it gets. So I am going to go back to the crew well. Didn't work out for me last week, but man, I thought that it was. The chances that they were getting, I needed the win, and I needed a Russell Rowe goal. He actually came in. He was a substitute. He came in the 19th minute, though, and played well. So the crew are going to beat Charlotte at Bank of America tomorrow night, okay? Charlotte has lost 7 games this year to the Crew's 1, so let's go. You mentioned the Yankees-Rockies series. You said tomorrow's game.
Tomorrow's game.
I'm going with just tonight's game.
All right.
Yankees beat the Rockies on the run line, -1.5. Schmidt's on the hill for the Yankees. Someone who sucks is on the hill for the Rockies.
Everyone sucks on the Rockies.
Yankees on the run line. They're going to win all 3 of these games. And the Knicks get the Pacers against the spread. ATS -6.5. $20 gets you 118. You see, that's good odds. That's good cooking right there. That's plus 588. Let's go. Let's win this one.
Teddy?
All right, I'm going with an all baseball lay here, and these are all games tonight.
It's a lay.
Yes, it's a 3-leg here.
Oh, yeah.
3-lay. I'm taking the Giants. They're at the Nationals tonight. That's a -105. The Giants, they've been about 500 here recently. The Nationals are like a 5-game win streak, but I think the Giants get this game tonight, so take them. Also, Tigers, they're hosting the Guardians tonight. Tigers, I think they're going to get this done tonight. Sorry, Guardians fans, but I'm taking the Tigers as well at -115. And then lastly here, my third leg, I got the Phillies, who they've won 7 games in a row. They're at the A's tonight. But you take these 3 games, it's plus 455. I'm going to bet $5 and win over $20, and I'm going to get back on the winning streak here.
All right, I want to get to your go to jails. I promise we're going to do it coming up next. Plus, baseball is getting ready to kill themselves. I'll tell you why. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should know that westbound 270's off-ramp to southbound 71 on the North Outer Belt is currently closed due to an accident. And we've got a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 from Leonard Avenue to Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Erie Insurance, celebrating 100 years of protecting your family's most priceless moments. Then, now, always. Erie Insurance. ErieInsurance.com. That's ErieInsurance.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
When it's time to ask life's biggest question, make sure your ring says it all. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar, and we've been helping couples say yes for over 78 years. From brilliant cuts to better prices, the quality and selection of our diamonds is unmatched. Because diamonds aren't just our business, they're our legacy. Visit us at Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or Easton Town Center and learn more at diamondcellar.com. Bigger diamonds, better prices, guaranteed.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
Get Mega May discounts at Coghlan Kia. Lease a new Kia K4, only $89 a month for 24 months. Or get 1.9% financing for 48 months. Or $2,000 bonus cash on a new 25 Kia Sportage or Sorrento. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
$49.99 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents per mile over. Tax, title, and license fees excluded. No security deposit. $400 disposition fee at lease end. 1.9 for 48 equals $21.65 for 1,000 budget. With approved credit for KMF. Residency restrictions may apply. Offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details. N6225.
At 9 Trees Landscape Construction, we have high expectations. Can you deliver excellence in hardscape at the highest level? Does your current company compensate you at the highest level? For 25 years, 9 Trees compensates excellence with wages and benefits packages guaranteed better than your current employer. Guaranteed. Call 614-921-9595 or apply at 9treeslc.com today to join 9 Trees Landscape Construction and elevate your career to be your best with us.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game. That's you taking another sip of your Do the Do.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived, the only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Fan is headed to the Memorial. Are you ready for 30 hours of live coverage? Oh, it's true, baby.
Sponsored by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. TheWaterworks.com.
The best Memorial coverage. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and add considerable value to your property. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org. At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, summer is our season, and we're kicking it off with a free 12-ounce Sunrise Sunset smoothie for National Flip-Flop Day on May 28th from 2 to 7 p.m. Terms and conditions apply.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little sunshine, a little breezy, and a risk of a shower on this Friday. Temperatures holding around 60. Overnight, we'll drop back down to around 40 with clear skies and light winds. And after a chilly start, a pleasant afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures back in the mid-60s. With your 10 Weather Impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
A show with copious amounts of fart sounds. Emphasis on copious.
Oh no, I get a fart, but I don't know which way to lean.
This is Man and Timmy.
Let's go to jail Friday. Text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. That's what Glenn did. He said, golfers bringing speakers and playing music on the golf course. 18 years in jail. A year for every hole you sucked. Kind of hard to drive or putt with Panama blaring in the background.
You know, I, as a golf purist, I'm going to agree with him. I've done both throughout my days because I am a go with the flow kind of guy, especially if I'm at somebody else's course and it's someone else's game. If they're going to play music, I'll happily follow along, crack a few beers if it's not too serious of a round. But when I'm actually playing and working on my game and trying to shoot a score, I'm with him. I'm with him right there. Don't want to have the music on. I want to just hear the birds chirping, hear the hawks out there, try to hunt some birds.
Hear the hawks out there. We did a cookout draft earlier. This person does not like it. Common Man just did an entire cookout draft and drafted for a get-together or a gathering, if you will. It's not a cookout if you're not cooking out. And for that, not only is his entire draft disqualified, he gets to spend 90 days in jail to think about what he did.
He's with Fish. Fish puts you in jail.
I think Fish sent that.
Yeah. Fish didn't just put you in jail. I think Fish gave you the death sentence for your draft. Which, again, it's very much like we're going to Popeyes, but I would really enjoy myself at that cookout. If you had hot and fresh fried chicken that was delivered, half an hour before we get going, that'd be very, very tasty.
Here's one from Jordan. He says, today was my 3-year-old daughter's preschool graduation. Congratulations. It was a very nice ceremony. All the faculty did a fantastic job making it happen. My daughter's class performed 4 songs, had little dances along with it. I was a very proud father and thoroughly enjoyed myself. However, at the end of the festivities, my daughter got in line and each kid was presented a, fake pseudo diploma. At this point, all I wanted to do was take a picture of my daughter with her fake diploma, but I had to sit through 17 other kids getting this made-up piece of paper. I would like to send all of those 17 kids to jail for life. I don't care about your achievement. Only my daughter matters. Go to hell and jail. So Jordan is sending preschoolers to hell.
My kid.
And jail.
You were kind of on it, though, about when did this start with graduations for every single grade, every single school.
I know it makes you feel like
when we
you're
were
about
growing
100,
up,
but
we graduated high school, and that was the graduation. There was no middle school graduation. Certainly wasn't elementary school or preschool graduation. That's not to say you should feel good about moving on to the next school, but there was no ceremony to commemorate
there's
that.
an acknowledgement.
Yeah, your family can do something
Yes,
for you, give you a
absolutely.
treat
But
if you got good grades that year. I think as a mom and dad, you should do something special
in terms of
for
a
your son or daughter.
ceremony,
Yeah, for the
to
whole
me,
school.
that's high school and college.
I'm with you, but I understand too. We're kind of in it. If the school's having it, you got to go. Like, I'm not going to pull my son away from a ceremony.
I understand
where he's gonna be honored in it. But yeah, kind of if we could go back to where high school graduation, that's the thing. That would be good.
At Major League Baseball, I can't stick up for them. I can't defend them. I have in the past. I think Rob Manfred is an idiot. When he was first named commissioner, I said, I will give him the opportunity to prove himself to be an idiot. And I think he's done that pretty much at every single turn. So Major League Baseball has opted out of their deal with ESPN. So Sunday Night Baseball, the ESPN package, that goes away after this year unless they come up with some sort of new agreement.
Which is a big deal. It's a pretty big
It is a big deal, and Major League Baseball wants to pretend like this is about exposure, and they're not appreciated enough on the rest of ESPN's programming, which I understand, I get, because it is nauseating to tune in and hear Stephen A. Smith talking about the same 5 things all the time. And when he does try and talk baseball, it's usually a bad take or wrong. I understand the frustration. NHL has the same frustration. I get it. But then I see this story. Major League Baseball and Apple have had extensive talks over the current ESPN package.
That's not the way. It's not the way you want to be going for exposure.
You have an example right in front of you. It's called Major League Soccer. If they could, they'll never say this on the record, if they could, they would run away from that deal. They'd run away from it. Major League Baseball has been on Apple before. It's on Apple now. I think they do like Friday night games. You watch them? No. Nobody cares. There's like 7 people streaming that product. I don't care what type of cash they give you. That is where your product is going to go to die. And it's not even like having a deal with Netflix, which most homes that have streaming have.
Right. And I don't presume that if you were making a deal with Netflix, and the same thing goes for the NFL deals that are being made with Netflix, it's not going to be some extra cost. If you are a subscriber for Netflix, then you are going to get the sports content that is on there. With the MLS package, this isn't simply you pay the smallest fee to have Apple TV. I mean, download the app and get the smallest subscription. No, it's an extra buy per month. So you are therefore freezing out some of your audience that you couldn't get from a TV deal if you were just on ESPN or something like that, or Fox Sports 1, if we're talking about MLS. But yeah, maybe their thinking is, well, here's the issue, is that the Wall Street Journal had reported that while NBC did submit a bid that would get the network
not as much
to earn
money.
the rights for Sunday Night Baseball, it was significantly less than the $550 million that ESPN is paying annually for that package.
They're not stupid.
Not getting the money for it.
NBC
anymore.
knows what they have, exposure or perceived exposure, which is just as good. I mean, we sort of look at network television differently than we used to, but still, you can't tell me there's not going to be more eyes on your product if you sign with NBC than if you sign with Apple.
Yes, Sunday Night Baseball on NBC. And we're not talking about CNBC or MSNBC. NBC. It's on network television every Sunday night. I mean, that's actually going to improve it.
Can I tell you
off
something?
what it's already on ESPN.
Ultimately, whatever they decide, whether it's NBC, whether it's Apple, or if they just go groveling back to ESPN saying, let's renegotiate. At the end of this, Rob Manfred and Major League Baseball will have held out for less money.
Yeah.
They're not going to get the $550 million that they had on the table with ESPN from either NBC, Apple, or if they go back to ESPN. So you held out for less money. And you can't give me this song and dance about exposure if you sign with Apple.
They do have a deal with Roku. You know about this? It's a small deal. What it is it's the Sunday leadoff game. That's on Roku, and it's free All you have to do is open up the app and the game will be on there for free. The Guards are on Roku on Sunday, actually, at Detroit, and the Reds are going to be on there June 15th at Detroit as well.
So is that game not going to be broadcast locally? You have to go to Roku to get it? Or is that in addition to the local broadcast?
Teddy, you might be better served to answer that than me.
Teddy doesn't know.
No, I have no idea.
That's the problem.
You're not watching your Sunday
I'm just saying, Teddy's a huge baseball fan.
We're not there yet.
I'm a baseball fan. You're a baseball fan. How many times have you turned on Friday Night Baseball on Apple this season?
Never.
Zero.
Never.
How many times have you turned on Roku on Sunday to watch the game that they have?
Haven't done it.
Zero.
Never.
And we are their demo. We are baseball fans. You're not asking my mom who's buying meat at Costco. Of course, she's not doing it. But if guys like us, if they're 0 for 3 in this room, that's a failure.
Yeah.
But how many times have you maybe even accidentally flipped on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball this year? Plenty of times, right?
Plenty of times.
I just saw
prime time. It's between 6 and 10:30. There's baseball coverage. It's a 4.5 hour block.
The number that they just pulled on Sunday Night Baseball, I think it was Subway Series, Mets and Yankees, was like the biggest number in 7 years or something.
Because you had all the Juan Soto stuff that was coming out from that series and beyond. And
if that was on Apple, no one sees it.
Mets management has been chirping a little bit over their $765 million man because he wasn't running out. He hit one off the green monster. Sorry, no, what? Mets Yankees. He hit one off the wall and he didn't run hard enough. He thought maybe he could get a double out of it. Instead, it was just a single. Anyway, the team was having some issues with him, but it was a big time series and they were able to pull a little bit of a number from that.
Now, the Reds, I think it was Monday night, they were on FS1. They were playing the Pirates, and I checked in. I was like, oh, yeah, it's FS1. It's easy to find. It's right there, and I checked it out, and I watched that game. But, if they're doing a game on Roku, and I'm like, I'm not sure where that's it, but put it on more traditional channels.
Well, that's
like
the thing
FS1
is you're
or ESPN.
Not going to spend more than 2 seconds looking for it, right? I mean, if you couldn't...
Yeah.
You found it on FS1, and then if you didn't find it 30 seconds later, you're probably going to be off to something else.
Yeah.
When you have these things on the streamers, it's absolutely appointment viewing. That's the issue. And I don't think Major League Baseball's day-to-day product, for the most part, is appointment viewing. And that's not a knock. It's just not meant to be that way. They make their money on volume. They can do something that other people can't do. Each team plays 162 games, right? And if you're a local sponsor and you sign up for 162 impressions on every single broadcast, you get value from that. But if you're signing up for one broadcast on like a Friday night and you expect to get value from that, you're probably not.
No.
It's not like Thursday night football where you're like, okay, there's just one game on.
Right, there's one game. This is an event.
It's on Amazon Prime.
It's a wonder why the NFL over the last 30 years, right, has just become a mega monster. I mean, I don't think, as American sports fans, it's really in us to choose like one of these sports over the other. Like a lot of us grew up liking, if we were sports kids, right? We had a lot of room in our brains and in our hearts to follow our baseball
teams. Depends on what season it was.
It just depended on what season it was. But because of how the NFL has done this from a marketing standpoint and a TV deal standpoint, their games are always in front of you. No wonder it's the biggest thing that we have right now. That's why Roger Goodell, I shorted him like $40 million on my guess for how much his salary was. But God, that's why they can pay him $75 million. Oh, by the way, the reason I said the Green Monster, because the Orioles were up 2-0 on the Red Sox. And now it's 11-3. Someone just hit a 3-run jack over the Monster.
That's all right. You got a position player out there now pitching.
They're going to be worse than the White Sox, end of the day.
The college football playoffs changed significantly yesterday, but don't get used to it. We're going to tell you why coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and 270. And slower traffic is causing a 10-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side from East Broad Street to 17th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell air conditioners instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
The #1 pizza expert and the #4 college basketball expert at the radio station.
Just from looking at your clothes and weight, I can tell you all watch a lot of free network television.
This is Man and Timmy.
It is Go to Jail Friday. Here's a text. I work remotely full-time and attend meetings on the computer. I'm appropriately dressed as if I were homeless, sweats, jacked up hair, no makeup, because I'm comfortable and no one has to look at me. Our new boss wants everyone to be on camera for our weekly meetings from now on. Go right to jail. I don't want to make myself presentable for your team's meeting because no one cares how I look. All my colleagues have the laptop placed so low, we get to look up their nose during meetings. All of them can go to jail, too. Meetings are BS anyway.
Looking up the old noses. Meetings are so lame.
I think that
more emails, less meetings, wherever we can. Please.
One-on-one meetings, small meetings can be very beneficial.
Yeah,
you tend to hammer things out and, sort of work through things and come up with plans. Big group meetings, just to have them, complete and total waste of time.
Conference room stuff or scheduled Zoom meetings when there really isn't anything pressing. What's great to do is wherever you are, a lot of times the good thinking gets done when you're not even in the office, when you're driving to go pick up dinner, when you're heading back home, when you're watching one of your shows at night, when you're listening to music possibly. You might come up with one of your ideas. Then you jot that down. Then you can just tell your boss about it the next day when something actually comes up that needs to be talked about. Having like the set times, like all the time.
That's a great idea, Johnny. When did you think of that? Well, I was taking a crap.
It
was a real smeary one, too, so it was taking forever.
Came out of me, That and the idea. All of it.
I got a question for you.
Fire.
Can you imagine being this person? North Korea built a naval destroyer.
Oh, the shipbuilders.
Okay? Hold on. So
yeah, I know. I seen it.
This would be only the second one that they have. On the first voyage.
They're pretty lame, aren't they? 2 ships.
They also have a problem feeding their citizens.
Yeah,
so
really lame.
I'm just saying. They're
bad. Not
they don't
good.
know what the hell they're doing.
No, they
on the
really
first
don't.
voyage, the boat sort of fell apart. And according to reports, Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader,
he's there,
has vowed to arrest those responsible. I mean, they're probably the people who built that ship.
Shouldn't be hard to find.
They're probably dead already. I mean, can you imagine standing on that dock? You're the builder of the ship. You're standing next to the supreme leader, and that thing makes it 20 yards out to sea and then sort of starts falling apart. Like, at that moment, it's over for you.
You heard what it did, right? I was reading that he was at the dock still, and it just tipped. It just tipped over to the right side. End of game.
See,
that was it.
Now that's what
Boat's
happened
done.
if you and I built a boat.
We don't understand buoyancy.
Right, but these are people who should know how to build a boat.
It looked like a good ship.
Looked like a good ship.
It looked like a hell of a good ship.
It's
Looked
like
it
me
could
with
destroy
clothes
a lot
on.
of things.
I can pass with clothes on. I take my clothes off.
Right.
My God.
We gotta wear like a little bigger sizes though, so we still look somewhat normal when we're clothed.
All right, college football playoff changed significantly yesterday. They're going to reseed. So you won't have an issue where so-and-so gets an automatic. Arizona State doesn't get a, automatic first-round bye.
Boise State's not the 3 seed.
So they will reseed 1 through 12 once the season is over. However, this is not necessarily breaking news, but I saw this from Ross Dellinger, senior college football reporter from Yahoo. Officials from the Big Ten and SEC are supporting a 16-team playoff that features multiple automatic qualifiers per conference. The format, dubbed the 4-4-2-2-1 model,
they each want 4,
grants the SEC and Big Ten 4 automatic qualifiers each, as well as 2 each the Big 12 and ACC. Then one bid would go to the highest-ranked group of 6 conference champion, and there would be 3 at-large selections. One of those contractually designed for Notre Dame if the Irish finish inside the top 16 of the rankings.
I understand the Big Ten and the SEC pushing for this because they are the big dogs in college football right now. Do you think there would ever be a case anyway where on merit you wouldn't see? I mean, I guess if any conference at the current time, I'd say the Big Ten slight edge over the SEC, but 4 for each, I would think you're going to see 5 for each, maybe potentially 6
I
for
don't
one
like
of those
the
2
idea
conferences.
of anything written in stone.
Me neither. Just
I just don't
let it
like that.
happen. You know what? Best thing to do, just let it happen.
Let them finish.
See who gets in.
I don't. If you want to do 16, do 16. I don't know why it can't be as simple as we get the 16 best teams. We have a playoff. To me, that's just too damn simple. We have to make all these other things. We have to have guaranteed this. We got to make sure Notre Dame gets something. Why? You are the Big Ten and the SEC. You have the ability to freeze out who you want to. Why are we playing games with them? They want to join? Great. Join. We'll all make money together. You don't? Have fun playing BYU in the Independent Bowl that no one cares about.
Yeah.
Is BYU still independent? They join.
No, they are in the Big 12.
That's right.
They're
I forgot
in the Big 12
about that.
in basketball. They kicked Kansas's ass in basketball by 30-some points.
Hey,
That's
you
when
know
I knew
what?
there was a problem.
We feel really bad, Notre Dame, that because of this new playoff format, we're probably going to take your Service Academy games away. So go ahead, just play them.
Over and over and over again.
Army, Navy, we can't play that anymore.
It's
But
back and
Notre
forth.
Dame will do a tour after the season's over. That's their championship
That's
run.
your-
They go
that's
to
your
all
titles.
the service academies.
You'll get Navy, Army, Air Force. That's what you can do. So it'll be interesting to see that come into fruition. It's interesting. I want to point this out. There's a place that I love dearly. I got a little tiny problem with one thing that they do.
What?
So even though Fish was screaming at you for your cookout, he did something very nice for me today. I had brought a sandwich in for lunch like I typically do, and it was 11:30 or whatever. We'd just settled in. He said, "Hey, do you have lunch yet?" And I said, "Oh, no." I said, "I brought a sandwich." He said, "But you didn't have lunch yet." He said, "I'm going to Raising Cane's." He said, "Would you like some?" And I said, "Well, that is very nice. That's very generous."
Didn't ask me. I was sitting right there.
No, he didn't. He's
sitting right next to you.
Just a favor to me for being a good boy. And he went and I said, "You know what? Box combo." I didn't try to, price him out by the Caniac combo. Box combo, fine. One of the mid-level ones. And then I just said, I only gave him one thing. I said, no slaw, extra fries, extra crispy. So I guess 2 things.
That's 2 things.
That's 2 things. And he said, "Oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember that." But he did. He got it. And I said, dealer's choice on the drink. So I didn't even give him a drink. He got me a high C fruit punch. It was fantastic. We get back, and it's every time. And I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not really upset. I'm just more perplexed with this. Anyone that works at Raising Cane's, I know we got people that work at Raising Cane's. There's a lot of fine people that get employment there, and they go on to incredible things in their lives. What is going on with the extra crispy? With asking for things extra crispy? I swear I do it every time. They are the exact same cook. And they're kind of limpy, but they're still good. They're the crinkle cut fries. I enjoy them. They're not crispy.
Can I tell you something?
Take a blowtorch to them and blacken them. Like whatever you need to do. I want them a little crispy and charred.
Remember when your kid was little? At least, when they're little and dumb, you could lie to them.
Yeah.
More than you lie to them now.
Right.
Where you would drive past the zoo. Daddy, can we go to the zoo? The zoo's closed.
Mm-hmm.
What are all those cars there for? It's all the workers. A lot of workers. Yep, a lot of workers. Zoo's closed.
I once told Jack that blowing bubbles was illegal in the state of Ohio past the month of September.
I love that. I love it.
It's illegal.
It's illegal. You can't do it. The police will come.
Yeah, boop, boop. Like,
I'd love to do it.
Doing bubbles right now.
So
son.
you just tell them what they want to hear, and they're fine with it after a while. And that's the same thing they do when you make a special request at Cane's.
Okay,
we'll make it extra crispy for you.
Crispy fries.
They don't got a special fryer. They want to keep the line moving. They're not going to take an extra time for you.
Someone's back there laughing, say, "Hey, crispy fry!" And they just go into the same fry compartment and pour it.
And then you could ask them. They'll be like, "Did you make them crispy?" Oh yeah, we made them super crispy for you. You should have seen them before we double fried them. Limp noodle.
I think of. You probably haven't seen this movie, but Road Trip, and it's Horatio Sands from SNL is this dirty, degenerate cook at a breakfast diner. And for whatever reason, when they're ordering their food, he offends him so bad, and he takes, all the young man does is ask about the powdered sugar being on his waffles, and he just puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, young man. Let me just take those back right there. I'll get you new ones." He takes the waffles, throws them up into the air, opens up his underwear, catches it in the back of his underwear, walks around, crab steps in it for a few steps, puts them back on the plate.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
He licks the powdered sugar off, takes them back, and just puts an arm around and says, "Here you go. Fresh waffles just for you." He eats them. He's like, "Oh, it's good. It's good."
It is one of the best racing weekends of the year. But there was actually a race today that took the nation by storm. I'm going to talk to you about it coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a couple minutes slowdown on southbound 270 on the west outer belt between Roberts Road and West Broad Street. And traffic is also slow on westbound 70 on the east side between Bryce Road and 270. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Is water seeping into your basement? Are your basement walls cracking? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement waterproofing experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The standing room only, with all eyes on the 18th green.
That's a good-looking ball.
The sudden roars. That Sunday celebration.
Jack always made the putt at 18, and today Scotty Scheffler did.
Witness the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, May 26th through June 1st. It's second to none. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Wow, what a shot.
This Memorial Day, honor the season with big savings at Ohio Mulch. For a limited time, get 5 bags of mulch or soil for just $10.95. Perfect for making your yard look the best for summer gatherings. And here's a star-spangled bonus. Save $40 on home delivery when you order now. Celebrate Memorial Day and beautify your home with help from Ohio Mulch. Visit ohiomulch.com or stop by your local store today.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Natalie Lorenz from Delaware. Natalie is a fire dispatcher who coordinates resources during major incidents and provides instructions to callers before the fire department arrives, going above and beyond the call of duty. Her professionalism, compassion, and strength make her an invaluable asset to her workplace and community. Natalie is a true unsung hero who deserves to be recognized.
Hey, it's Anthony. You know what the slogan is at the Good Feet store? Good feet, good life. Friends have asked me, how are my personally fit arch supports different from the inserts and insoles they can buy online or in department stores? There are big differences. My Good Feet arch supports are designed to provide me firm yet flexible function. What does that do? They actually help correct poor foot biomechanics, which leads to providing me long-term pain relief. I was also the guy who thought, well, if I buy good shoes, my feet won't hurt. It wasn't a bad thought. A lot of people think shoes are always the problem, when in reality, it's often the foot that goes into the shoe that's the real source of discomfort. When I got my personally fit Good Feet arch supports, my feet felt stabilized. The pain and discomfort went away. For more than 30 years, the Good Feet store has helped thousands of people just like me discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Many drugs, like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills, are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
It's almost time for the inaugural 9.71 The Race.
Sponsored by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center.
Run, walk, have a beer with Common Man. Whatever strikes your fancy. Sign up today at 971therace.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, you're the Carfax guy.
The Carfax from Carfax.
Wow.
And you, sir, work at Tire Discounters.
I sure do.
The Carfax top-rated service center.
Oh, right. You know, a lot of that's because of our services. But people think we're just about tires.
Maybe it's your name.
Yeah.
Tire Discounters. And your jingle.
Oh, you like it?
I think it needs something.
Yeah? Like what?
Hit it. Plus brakes, oil changes, shocks, and struts, and more. Now that speaks to me.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa.
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic.
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game. That's you taking another sip of your Do the Dew.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Their favorite basketball players are Leaky Black and Grady Dick.
That is childish nonsense.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Fish sent me a job listing today, which is always good when your boss sends you a job listing, and there was no comment at all.
Just a link?
Just sent it to me.
Okay.
And so I'm reading it, and I thought maybe there'd be something funny in the job description or the person who posted it. It was fine. Nothing. I had to read it twice to think maybe I missed something. Why did he send this to me?
What is it?
Then I looked at the company that was hiring for the job, and it was indeed Dick Broadcasting Group.
Jack and Dick.
And I just want to point out that my boss sent that to me. D-I-C-K.
Yeah, D-I-C-K.
Dick Broadcasting Group.
Jack and Dick.
So
what's the position?
It was some on-air thing in like New Bern, North Carolina or something.
New Bern, North Carolina? Wow.
Something. Teddy, it's a big racing weekend.
Yes, it is.
You know, you got the Monaco Grand Prix F1
Sunday morning.
You got Indy 500 in Indy.
Yeah, it's like just afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you had big racing today.
Well, wait.
I'm sorry.
Sunday night, you got the Coca-Cola 600 NASCAR. It's in Charlotte. Used to be the World 600 is what they called it.
Coke 600.
Yeah, it'll be a big one. 600 miles.
And Teddy, we've seen multiple times now drivers do the NASCAR event and the IndyCar event.
Kyle Larson's doing it this year.
Kyle Larson is doing it this year.
He did it last year.
Yes. So I've always been fascinated to see if we could possibly have somebody do the trifecta. If we could get someone maybe on an F-18 jet or maybe like an SR-71
Well, that's going to be impossible because
flying back from
in
France.
Monaco, they don't just drive in circles, which is what they do for the other two
you're
races.
saying like they couldn't physically drive that way.
I'm just saying.
They have road course racing in both those series.
I understand.
They have one
are
in the
either
infield
of
at
these
Indy.
a road course race?
No.
I'm
just saying
Indy 500's going in a circle, and the Charlotte race is going in a circle.
But the first 5 or 4 or 5 races of the year in the Indy cars, they were either road course or street
I know that, but
circuits,
what
so they can do that.
yes, I know that, but my point is they wouldn't be able to do it all in the same week. You can't train for Monaco if you're doing oval races twice in the week.
You're thinking,
I bet they could.
You're thinking too much about like what the performance results would be. I'm sure you would want to perform well, but this would be more like the feat of doing it because we're talking about getting back from Europe and then to the States. Like you get the hours flying back, right? So if you'd have to have some kind of, with Mission Impossible coming out, I'm thinking outside the box in terms of stunts, right, Teddy? Like, could we get someone to maybe, do we have to adjust the time of Monaco?
You're not qualifying for any of these
fly
things
back?
either?
No, you'd have somebody else qualify.
Somebody else qualifies for your car.
You could do the one in Monaco if you're that one. You just stay there, and then when you're done, then you head to the Indy 500.
And then the Coke 600 at night, the last
They need to
one.
push them all back a
They need
couple
to push them
hours.
back.
Or push up Monaco a couple hours.
Right.
Push it.
Push that one up a little bit,
couple
push
hours.
the others
Yeah.
back a couple hours.
Yeah.
You have to be on a jet, like an actual fighter jet where you can make the trip in a couple hours.
All right, we're burying the lead, though. We had racing today. The racing today was Indianapolis 500, Indy 500 Speedway. They had the Wienermobiles, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobiles.
Amazing.
Racing each other
Love
on
them.
the oval. Looked like they were crawling out there. They were probably going 60.
I think they're doing 60 to 65 miles an hour.
When
They
you're
look like they were
used to
still-
cars going 220 miles an hour around there.
Yeah, 245 possibly for the Indy cars this weekend.
That's a little too much.
That's too much?
Yeah.
240?
No, still like 234, 235, I think.
Sorry. Missed it by 5.
All right,
Well, they
point
may
is-
get up to 240, in the straightaways.
My point is 60 looks really slow.
It looks like you're not moving.
I do want to give you a little play-by-play of this today. What channel was this on, Teddy?
This was just streamed, I believe.
Oh, it didn't get network primetime coverage?
No, but they had
It was on Apple TV.
The main Fox broadcasters were doing it, though. And I think they just streamed it through, like, the Indy, website or something like that.
Let me tell you, what I don't know what they have on Fox during the day. This would have gotten better ratings.
Yes.
If it's between this and, Wendy Williams eats her face.
What is Jerry O'Connell doing now? He's on some daytime show, too.
He's hawking some sort of gambling app for you. No,
He's got a
Talk's canceled.
He's got a nice frozen face.
Talk's gone.
Oh, he's not on. Wasn't he on that?
He was on that, but it's gone now. It's
Okay,
dead.
I didn't know that.
All right, here is some play-by-play of the Wienermobiles racing each other at Indy today.
Down the backstretch, they spread out 3 wide, and now the draft is really starting to factor into things.
And how fast dare they take it into turn 3? The last thing anybody needs through there is a slippery wiener.
Last thing anybody needs
What did
through
he
there
say?
is a slippery wiener.
The last thing anybody needs through there is a slippery wiener.
Why are you guys so immature? Because that's what men do, okay? Here's a nice Brit racing guy. Was it Will Buxton? Is that who it was, Teddy?
Billy
Yes.
B.
Here
Will
he
Buxton.
is. Willie B. All he could think about was a slippery wiener.
The last thing anybody needs through there is a slippery wiener.
And I guarantee this. He was laying in his hotel room in Indy last night, staring up at the ceiling and giggling to himself, thinking about how he was going to put that in today.
I can't wait to put this into use. So here's some stats about the iconic Oscar Mayer Wienermobiles. They are powered by, actually, they're pretty good, a 6.0 liter V8 engine. Only problem is they weigh 14,000 pounds.
You can just say V6.
This, I guess, no, it's V8.
Oh, is it a V? You
It's
said
a
V8?
6.0 liter V8
Oh,
engine.
I see.
6 liters, 8 cylinders.
I see.
And a top speed, which they weren't showing today, of 110 miles an hour.
They weren't going 110.
No, they were going like 60, 65, they said. The vehicles are driven by college graduates. I guess you got to get a degree to get this gig.
Why do they make
must
that
be
distinction?
Must be the standard.
I'm sorry.
The standard of excellence.
Did you graduate cum laude? No? You can't drive our big giant wiener.
Larry from Shelby, rest in peace. He'd be out. Wouldn't do this.
You went to Woodlawn.
Woodlawn, man. What's that? A trade school? High school? What is it? They're called hot doggers, by the way. That's what they're called. They're designed to be seen, and crowds will often gather wherever they go. They've been a promotional vehicle since 1936. They're 22 feet long. I actually saw one in the wild. It was just cruising down a rural state road in Pennsylvania. We were coming back from a shore trip, and I was celebrating in the car, and I was annoying and pissing off my wife and my son. I thought it was a neat thing. There's only 6 of them.
Oscar Mayers are fine.
What are the odds you're going to see one out there?
What the superior hot dog is if you ask baseball legend Sammy Sosa?
Oh, I love.
Hola, Sammy Sosa here, and I love Arma hot dog so much. I'm gonna sing about it. Hot dogs, Arma hot dogs. ¿A quién le gusta Arma hot dogs? A los niños, a las niñas que se quieren reír, a los chicos, a las chicas que se quieren divertir. Dame hot dogs, Arma hot dogs. The dogs kids love to buy. I love those Arma hot dogs.
All right, I want to talk about a hot woman that's disgusting coming up next. Plus, The Pulse. We'll get you caught up on everything we've been doing for the first 2 hours of the show. Common Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for some debris that's in the left lane on westbound 270 after 315 on the North Outer Belt. That's causing some delay there. And we've got a couple minutes slowdown on southbound 71 on the north side between Big Walnut Road and Polaris Parkway. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Here's a fresh deal on produce. 18-ounce containers of blueberries and 2-pound containers of strawberries are only $2.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bob, you know what I love the most about you?
That I pay you to do these commercials?
That and the way you treat your customers.
All right, listen. I will hook you up in our warm, inviting environment. You will be greeted by our top sales professionals that are non-commissioned, but will help guide you through the entire process.
You're my guy, Bob. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com. Tell them Bob Capace sent you.
Summer 2025 is bringing something wild to your Columbus Zoo. The all-new North America Trek opens this summer, a reimagined zoo region inspired by your national parks. Get ready to get up close with Mexican wolves, black bears, river otters, bald eagles, and more in breathtaking new habitats. Discover local wildlife and conservation in action like never before. Plan your visit today. Visit columbuszoo.org for details.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
If you haven't heard about Oakland Nursery's specialty decor stores, it's because your neighbor didn't want you to know where they've been finding all those hard-to-find items in their home. The Home Store in Dublin and Inside and Out in New Albany are two unique shopping experiences specializing in eclectic home decor and art. Discover items you won't find anywhere else, sure to make your guests envious. Love your home by finding inspiration at the Oakland Specialty Stores, the Home Store in Dublin, and Inside and Out in New Albany.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Introducing Ice Cream Quakes from UDF. Big chunks of your favorite candies and cookies blended with real UDF ice cream. Made the way you want. Real creamy, real chunky, real. Ice Cream Quakes. New from United Dairy Farmers.
We've discovered the perfect morning ritual, the 2 for $6 breakfast sandwich deal at Tim Hortons. Every sandwich is made to order with a freshly cracked egg and melty cheese, just the way breakfast should be. Choose between savory sausage or hickory smoked bacon, served on a toasted English muffin or flaky biscuit. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches, just $6. Perfect. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, single item at regular menu price. Modifications and tax extra. Exclusions and additional terms apply.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. In baseball, the Reds get back in action tonight. They're at home for a weekend series with the Chicago Cubs. Hunter Green returns from the IL, getting the start for the Redlegs. He'll square off with Matthew Boyd for the Cubs. The first pitch is at 6:40. The Guardians are in Detroit in their second game of a 4-game set with the Tigers. Slade Ciccone gets the ball for Cleveland against Jackson Joby for Detroit. They get started tonight at 7:10. The Guardians also announced today that starting pitcher Ben Lively will need Tommy John surgery on his arm and will be out 12 to 16 months. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals is tonight in the NBA playoffs, with the Knicks looking to even the series up with the Pacers. Tip-off from Madison Square Garden is at 8 o'clock. And in the Stanley Cup playoffs, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals between the Stars and Oilers. This one's sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call his office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
One watches QVC religiously. The other studies Paige Spiranax golf swing. This is Man and Timmy.
10TV's Adam King will sashay in here at about 5:17.
Oh, boy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. We're also doing Go to Jail today. This is from Chris on the burner phone. He says, my judge and jury.
Saturday night in Toledo, Ohio.
By bringing up popsicles as a dessert, it's a misdemeanor 1 for Timmy. Popsicles are bottom 3% in the dessert category. It moves to a felony 3 when you suggest it as a cookout dessert, 8 years in jail.
Oh, man.
He says, though, he will suspend the sentence if you can prove that your missus calls your junk Timbits.
I won't lie. That is a phrase. I think I've used that. I don't know if I've gotten her.
Oh, my little Timbits.
To latch on. Oh, we're the little Timbits.
We're the Timbits.
Oh, Timbits are fantastic. And I do love Timmy H's too. Let me give you one. I got one from Max. People have been feeding these to the Twitter Next account as well. You can do that at Man and Timmy 971. Max says, got to send my son to jail. Dude shows up with a little kitten without even saying anything or asking permission, knowing that we already have 2 animals that live in the house. Also, he works 10 to 12 hours a day, so basically has no time for the kitten. Yeah, can't be bringing an animal.
Little kitty. Your wife did that, though. Brought a dog home, didn't ask you about it.
Yeah, they did, but the conversation...
Yes, but you said no, and she did it anyway.
The conversation more or less goes, like the compromise, right? You're looking for compromises in marriage.
What's the compromise?
The compromise is...
Touchy Timbit?
No, the compromise is we'll get a dog, and this thing will be over in, 10 to 15 years. That's...
The marriage or the dog?
The dog's lifespan.
Oh, okay.
That's how long you'll have the dog.
How many ACL surgeries for this dog?
Both. Yes.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the second one right now. It is a gas. It's not a lot of fun.
A lot of rehab.
Oh, nothing better than rehabbing a dog's leg. bending it, working it out a little bit. Short walks.
Do they have like a
short bursts.
Dr. James Andrews for dogs? Like when a really complicated case comes in.
If it's like a Westminster dog
and it's
kennel,
like, oh man, we gotta send you to
dog.
Alabama for Dr. So-and-so. Dr. Pole.
What about Dr. Pole? Yeah. He should be the guy. He's incredible. He does every kind of animal. I mean, he's got his arm up a lot of animals.
Aces.
And nooses.
Speaking of disgusting, we had a conversation, I don't remember if it was last week or earlier this week, about who the hotter Jessica was. Jessica Alba or Jessica Biel?
I think this seals it.
I said, no way is it Jessica Biel. Now, she's hot, but Jessica Alba, to me, has very few rivals. Even to this day, and she's in her mid-40s. Looks fantastic. And this has sealed the deal. Jessica Biel was on The View, and she told the ladies on The View that she drinks coffee and eats protein bars while in the shower.
Eats in the shower?
Eats and drinks coffee in the shower. Now, in fairness to Jessica Biel, I'm sure her and Justin Timberlake's shower is the size of our living rooms. Probably has sections. There's dividers to the shower. Probably has a coffee bar in the shower. There's a part of the shower that never gets wet.
You're right.
It's huge. Right. However, still weird. Jessica Alba may do these things, but doesn't talk to us about them. So Alba, undisputed, hotter Jessica.
Without question. Without question. You're right about the showers. Would that be one of the biggest perks of being mega rich, is to be able to custom build a shower that isn't so teeny tiny? I don't know if I
have a nice big shower.
I don't need one that's the size of a room.
But I sacrificed the tub. We have no tub in our master bedroom because I wanted
a bigger shower.
Big shower.
Are there multiple shower heads in the shower?
I have one shower head and then I have a wand. Okay. I don't have a rain head. None of that.
I was wondering.
No, that's that.
Because if I was building the shower of my dreams, there would definitely be multiple shower heads.
No, there's just one head, and then I have the removable head for anus.
I would have a like rocket blaster installed on the wall that would do anus things.
You wouldn't want to control it? You want to pick it up?
It would just like blasting away.
At just the right height?
Like a bit, yes, just the right height. Maybe it's adjustable.
Yeah, you got to be able to.
What height the person is that's in there. But, I mean, it's like a bidet on steroids. It's an enhanced bidet. That's what it would be.
What do you want? You want to bleed? I want to be so clean.
We'd have to
I'm bleeding from the anus.
We'd have to figure out what the water pressure threshold would be.
And then take it down one little
skin starts to just fly right off.
What have these morons been talking about for the past 2 hours? It's time for the Pulse.
Just imagine being so clean down there.
So clean, you're just full of blood.
Cleaner than you ever thought you could be. So, we actually did something very cool earlier in the show because it is a great holiday. It's a great holiday for a lot of meanings, remembrance, all that good stuff. And it's a mile marker sort of weekend for summertime's on the way. Pools are going to open up. Vacations will be around the corner. You get together with friends and family, you might have a cookout. It's Memorial Day weekend. So we did our 2025 Memorial Day Cookout Draft. Myself, Panama Ted back there, and Common Man. And the first overall pick was Teddy, and he went with burgers. Highlighting the list, Teddy had burgers, corn on the cob, banana pudding, lemonade, and hot dogs. And we had 3 food items, a beverage, and a dessert. So those were the rules. Common Man went to Popeyes basically for his cookout.
Can I tell you something? I was shunned by everybody because I didn't follow the rules, I guess, of the cookout where everything had to be made right there in front of people.
Well, you explained this, though. You explained that that's what you were going for. You didn't want to be cooking the entire cookout.
I want to enjoy the cookout. I don't want to be somebody's short-order cook at a grill making dried-up hamburgers. So I got all stuff that you can have prepared in advance. You can get catered in. See, to me, and this is where I get crap on from people.
And you were jailed by some people
for this. They said, no, you're not doing a cookout. You're doing a picnic. To me, there's no difference. Cookout, picnic, outside gathering. If you're outside, that to me is a cookout.
Well, I mean, a cookout is like if something's cooking out there. There is like a tiny bit. I'm with you. You don't have to be cooking. You can order in, cater in, and everyone's still going to have a great time. If the food is good, that's what's important. And you went fried chicken, Coors Light, potato salad, biscuits, and frosted brownies. Nice dessert choice.
Who didn't want to go to that cookout?
It's good food. It's good spread.
Go have Teddy's dried out hamburgers that he's making for you, those big hockey pucks.
His hot dogs that have been left on the grill for 3 hours that nobody else wants.
Burnt wiener.
A burnt wiener. I do like my wieners burnt, though. I do like them charred. Matty Ice said he likes the hot dogs charred. He's a good man. I like that, too. Mine, mac and cheese, pulled pork, double back with another smoked meat brisket.
Well, hold on. Are you smoking it right there in front of people? You got the pit out?
We had to smoke. We already did that.
Who's we? You? You did it?
I guess I did it. Yeah, if it's my cookout.
You don't know how to do anything.
I'm a smoker. I'm a toker. I'm a midnight. No, that's the midnight toke. I'm a joker. Brisket. Arnold Palmer's my drink. People hated that. I think it's great. I said you're messing up my lemonade with sweet tea. I said I'm enhancing your lemonade with sweet tea. And I have Common Man's chocolate chip cookies as my dessert. So those were our 2025 Memorial Day cookout draft picks right there.
Can I tell you, if I'm having a real cookout, it's called I stay in the house by myself and nobody even talks to me.
You cook in the house.
I have everything that I just had, except throw in like just a bottle of Jif and a spoon.